In this video, I'm going to show you what compounds and extensions quizzes are and how you might use them. So let's begin by tapping the compounds and extensions button. And now we end up showing essentially 42 independent quizzes. A compound word, these are all 9 to 15 letter words. A compound word is a 9 to 15 letter word that consists of two valid words. For example, the first one, 4 to 5, the compound word consists of a 4-letter word and a 5-letter word. And the 5-letter word always follows the 4-letter word. So, although sometimes you have you can have an arrow indicating that you're going to fill in the 4-letter word in front of the 5-letter word that's showing, or the arrow could go the other way, in which a 4-letter word is shown and the arrow is pointing the other way, and you have to figure out what the 5-letter word is. So what's the 4-letter word that comes before Teist? Teist being a good word. The answer is Braddest. Okay, Brad is a good word. I got that wrong. Bowed or bowed. 4-letter word going before, rainbowed. Oh, rainbow is a verb. Well, apparently, maybe not. Coop, now we have to figure out the 5-letter word coming after coop. Cooperate, that's one, I guess. No. Coopering. 8 is not a word, so that would not be in here. However, airing, E-R-I-N-G, is a word in CSW. Okay, I got that one wrong too. Partaking. Aching is a word. Okay, so that's how that works. And sometimes you come across a really strange one. Sometimes it's not quite so strange. Cockmatch and overmatch. Overmatch, I think we'd be able to figure out. The other one, not so much. Tilt meter, tilt rotor. I think you can see the value of this. Somebody plays meter down a triple, but there are 4 letters above, and you can put in tilt, and you've all of a sudden you've scored a bunch of points that you otherwise might not have had. Or tilt is on the board, and you put in meter down below it. These quizzes are redundant in the sense that tilt meter will show up twice, once as tilt with the arrow pointing to the right, and once as meter with the arrow pointing to the left. Okay, now the difference between a compound and an extension is that extensions consist of one valid word and one invalid connection of letters. So if we look at the first one, 545, the number in the middle always indicates the valid word, and then the extension is indicated by the numbers on the two flanks, and they're always the same. So if we look at the first one again, 545, here we have chaz, which is a good word, and we have to find a 5-letter extension, which is not a word. And in this particular case, it is, there are several solutions, 4 solutions anyway. Chasseing, chaspo, I guess, or chaspot, I don't think it's that. Chastener, chastiser. By the way, the maximum number of answers to any of these quizzes is 8. You can go up to, I think there was one, the IEST, coming after 5-letter words, over 700 answers to that that are correct, and obviously we can't do that here. You can look up such possibilities using ULU, Seth Lipkin's program, terrific program for doing things like that and much else as well. Okay, so this one I got wrong. Blin, what's the 5-letter non-word going in front of blin? Hobgoblin. Whoa, Imagine somebody puts Blinn on the board and you extend it to form hobgoblin and you get a whole bunch of words, a whole bunch of points rather. So these are actually quite fun. They're very educational. They don't involve anagrams. And I think they're a good way of at least starting to learn some of the really long but potentially quite useful words when playing Scrabble. Have fun.